So, also a nice thing about going Dark Ranger third is you get a lot of like shitty agility items, and you can't really do anything with them with just like DK Lich. It's nice to like put them on the Dark Ranger. It adds like a lot of damage and attack speed and whatnot. So it's just nice to, I guess, to have an agility hero as well. Dark Ranger is fairly strong as well. For the Dark Ranger, you want to get Black Arrow second, because, as I stated before, what ends up happening is your army dies, his army dies, and you're playing Hero Dota, right? But a lot of the time this is at his expansion, so he has peons that you can turn into skeletons, which then can be used against his heroes. And it really helps break the back of the orc when you're fighting in such intense conditions. So the fact that there's a fountain of mana really helps the strategy in this game. But notice how okay, so the TC had an invulnerability potion, unfortunately for Fav, but fortunately those things eventually run out, and then you can focus it. So what you want to do is focus it a bit with your heroes, and then do the nuke to finish it off. You don't just want to just throw your nukes right away. Frost armor on the focused hero is key, because wyverns will always focus heroes, and web wyverns to slow them down, because they're going to be chasing your heroes around, and always have skelly rods on your heroes. You notice that Fav almost has an army of skeletons because he had skeleton rods on his heroes. So you'll see in this situation, this is exactly what I predicted has happened. Fav has one fiend in his army, and skeletons and a statue, and then his heroes. So the fact that he has that statue giving him mana, the Dark Ranger making dark minions, and the Frost armor helps keep his heroes alive and sustain some sort of meat against Blademaster and the Tauren chieftain and the Shadow Hunter. Also, I'd like to point out, when Fav was creeping this game, he didn't pull his Death Knight back. Against Orc, this is kind of a key point. It's not so much necessary to get level 3 in your Lich as it is to keep your hero levels up, both of them, because a level 4 Death Knight is stronger, has more hit points, has more armor, has more hit point regen. So all these factors really make a big difference when you have a Blademaster focusing on your hero, plus a Tauren Chieftain stomping it, plus a Shadow Hunter hexing it. So he didn't pull his Death Knight back, and he stacked it with circlets of nobilities and ring of protections, even though he sold like put it this way, Fav goes through enough in this game to sell the Scourge Bomb Chimes, but he still kept the Ring of Protection and the Circlets of Nobility. So those items really help on your Death Knight, because he's not a tank. He was never designed to be a tank, so you gotta beef him up to fight against the overwhelming power of like the Blademaster and Hex Focus. So the game's almost over. Fav won because of several things. Because his hero Myco was very good. The fact that he continuously pumped units from the crypt really helped him. The fact that he had a statue and mana always really helped him. So he always had mana for Frost Armor, he always had mana for Silence, he always had mana for Coil Nova. The fact that he didn't mass fiends meant that the orc couldn't just run into all your fiends and stomp them and stuff. The orc had to focus on killing your ghouls first, and the fact that Fav was pumping ghouls meant that the fiends generally could stay alive in the background. That really helped the strategy. And the Fountain of Mana, that was a big key point in this game. So I just wanted to put this audio out there because going ghouls against wyverns is very hard, and it's hard to know what to focus, what to target, what building decisions to make. Should you go destros? And I felt that this audio does a really good job of showing the strengths of the Ghoul Fiend strategy and the weaknesses of the Blademaster Wyvern Tauren Chieftain strategy. The fact that the Tauren Chieftain doesn't have a lot of armor really helps us, because ghouls have normal damage, and that means it does 100% to heroes, and with orb focus it does ridiculous amounts of damage. And the Blademaster doesn't have a lot of hit points, so the ghouls are strong against the Tauren Chieftain, the nukes are strong against the Blademaster. It works out being about equally good against both heroes. Silence is amazing against the Tauren Chieftain, because you don't realize how much orcs depend on that stomp until a very nice silence there by Fav right there. He did it in mid. The Tauren Chieftain raised his foot and did it, and he silenced it. And it really generates confusion in the orc. He doesn't know what to focus. He can't focus the ghouls because the heroes are raping his army. He can't focus the fiends because the ghouls are in the way. And it really helps you take control of the game, as opposed to the orc having the timing for the pushes and whatnot. And it's a good game. So in the strategy, what you want to do is you want to go ghouls first. Creeping first is key. There's no point in harassing him early on. It's just really annoying. The Blademaster will wind walk, and he'll get the kills on the creeps, the items, and you won't get level 2. He'll get level 2, and you won't get level 2. So you want to creep early on. Following that, you want to harass him a bit, slow down the inevitable wyverns, so that he doesn't have like 6 to 8 wyverns by the time you get tier 3. You want to put up 2 crypts. I don't know, in that game, if Fav hadn't been pushed so hard between tier 2 and 3, he could have played a bit more aggressively, but instead he crept. You don't need to worry about healing scrolls and so much, because he's going to be focusing your ghouls, so there's really no point in healing all of them, because what's going to end up happening is you're healing one of them because the wyverns are focusing it with the BM. So healing scrolls are kind of a waste of money in this situation. You want to get the Dark Ranger 3rd is probably, if you don't take anything away from this audio, just take away the fact that Dark Ranger 3rd works amazing against Orc, because it really does. And he doesn't expect it, and he really Orc is a very hero level based race, and when they can't use their high level abilities, it really affects their game. You also want to go Fiends versus Gargs. Fiends versus Wyverns as opposed to Gargs, because Gargs easily get focused and killed unless they're a surprise. But generally, he can mass enough bats and Wyverns to counter that. You also want to try and burrow rape him, and stay on the offensive. Don't wait for him to attack you, because ghouls are a ticking time bomb. If you just creep to level 5 and level 5 heroes, sure, you'll have a really good nuke, but his heroes and army will be overwhelming to your, no matter how many ghouls you have, and they lose their effectiveness. So this has been my first audio commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took away some points. I know Orc versus Undead is a very hard matchup, but I hope I could shed some light on some key points, maybe give you guys some ideas for fighting Orc, and I wish you luck in all your games against Orc, because you're going to need it. Yeah, I just want to shout out to the current audio commentators on the site. I guess that would be System Shark, Seki, Orange, for showing interest in me, and I hope I can do something, promote racial diversity for the site by bringing something to the undead side of the table. So this is Madchild signing out. Thanks for listening.